Alright, I'm not really even in a position to go live, um, but I'm gonna go live. And, I'm kinda noticing I'm just gonna provide the link. I'm, certainly not gonna be a long live. Hold on, let me figure this out. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a weird live because I gotta, navigate around situation. I'm probably going to be muting up at certain weird times, or I could end it very abruptly. That's kind of the only way I could ever do a live in this period of time. Um, because other things come first. Um, you know, I actually have to leave the area. One moment. But yeah, just so it's not a number of shady shit go on, but it's like his association with Ed, where he's basically taking issue with people that, like, I think he said in Bill's live that, okay, so he has issue with people that are on the system that are, not working and have time to troll and dox people and be like, well, people don't have the luxury to do that. I wish I had the luxury to do that and this and that. And it is the main thing he's railing against is doxing. And I'm not going to even call him his real name because I give so little shit about his name that I actually think I forgot what it was. So I'm going to call him Sam. Um, but it's like he rails against all that, but he supports Edward and is associated with Edward, who, I don't know, how difficult someone doxing him made his life, but Edward doxed personal info about my situation that legitimately, for a small period of time, kind of made it a lot more difficult. Because it's kind of like, I did not put any of that out there. Edward put it out there. Edward brought the exclusive. Edward made me subject to all that. And he's railing against the exact same thing, but is still buddied up with Edward. And I just can't respect that. And I think that the basis of all that is, and now he's saying his whole I'm gonna leave the community speech. It's like, again, if you're gonna leave the community, every time someone leaves the community, here's one question I would ask: why do they need to notify the community that you're leaving the community? Is this a job that you need to put your 2 weeks notice in? I'm hereby resigning and it'll be a good transition in my life. It's hard to respect. But yeah, real and banned and Bill. Yeah, I'm banned on every account on Bill's. Bill bans people. And I think Bill said, it's like that whole side has absolutely no principles at all. They're very weak, petty people, all of them, including Sam. And that's really it. I think Sam is just wants to keep the very few friends he has in the community. And that's the situation. and because of that, he's willing to go against his principle. Like, he doesn't take a real stance. Like, I think he's like bravely said his real name that I literally forgot about already. So I'm not even gonna call him that. Um, to I guess take strength in the doxing or whatever that happened. But it's like the things he's arguing so much against, he's for. He participates in. He says like, he says like it's like he's still being friends with Edward. Like, I hope all of this stuff applies to Edward. You know, getting a notification.
Oh, oh, this motherfucker. Oh, so I wouldn't be calling this out if there was any other way I could bring attention to it. I can't go up there over there and defend myself and speak out because obviously he has me banned over there.
Yeah,
It happened this morning. JT, I'm not going to specify where, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to subtle dox me. It happened once, or it happened twice this morning, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy is an eccentric guy. He accentuates words all the time. Whatever. It was probably nothing. This motherfucker up there on Bills right now says that exact phrase, accentuated the same way, 3 times. And when someone calls him out on that, they got instantly de-wrenched and kicked out. So I don't know if he wants to clarify. I can't go over there and try and call him out for it because A, I'm banned, and B, because he literally said that he's one of we're the special duo. We're one of the few that he will never let up on there, right? So I can't um, I can't do anything about it other than bring attention to it elsewhere. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what his reasoning is. I don't know whether or not he thinks that coming out and saying his name in front of everyone gives him free license to subtly dox other people because it's whatever now that his name is out there. Um, I don't know if it's registered in your brain, but maybe a few other people also like they don't want their names. That's why we go around censoring everything. And wow, man, wow. Did I talk to Ed in jail? No. The fuck?
He called me actually.
He called you?
Yeah,
I went up there and I was obviously trolling, right? I was like, oh, I had a call with Ed. I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to get on ahead of it. As soon as it before it comes out. I was obviously joking. I never had a conversation with Ed while he was in jail. Um, I'm banned over there, so it's a subtle. I think it's a subtle dox. Keep saying, and you may say I'm bringing attention to it, but it's like, what other choice do I have if I can't call him out? Uh, and it's JT that's doing it as well because he said I don't know how many times he said "fuck you, Red Hood," um, 4 times in this morning on his live. Uh,
yeah.
so I don't know. We have a case of subtle doxing here. Am I looking way too much into it? I mean, why else would they
I
be?
don't I
Not
don't know
why
what the
else?
docs you're
Why
referring
else would
to
they be?
exactly.
What's that?
Well, I don't know exactly the docs you're referring to, but I just all I can think of is I do remember that like he made this whole thing about saying how that's how other channels run things or whatever when he was talking about them banning them, all the people that were defending Bill. But if you notice, like all of the accounts that speak against him or any of his people get banned. So
Right.
yeah,
If they're doxing, I mean, I don't know what's going on, and I mean, coincidentally, he talks about It's so ironic. Like it's so Sam. He freaking goes up there, reveals his name. I'm not gonna repeat it. I went out of my way whenever someone tries doxing him in my thing. I think I have like 4 or 5 different people that try to dox him. Um, and I've gotten rid of them as soon as I picked up on it. Uh, I don't know what his thought process is. Like, it's ironic, that he chooses Bill's panels of all panels to go up there, announce himself to the world, come out of the closet. He's like, "Oh, I won't have this held over my head," when literally the motherfucker right next to you tried holding something over my head, and he didn't expect me not to apologize.
Yeah, it's
And
just really he's just a very weak person. Like he only all it is like he'll put like his like cling on to his very small amount of friends that he has in the community, and over any principle and reasoning at all. That's why he hasn't won against it. Because like if he was actually mad about the things that he takes issue to, then he would easily disavow it. He literally made this whole thing about like being up, like sponging up the system, not taking responsibility or whatever, and then all you have left to do is to start a bunch of shit. Well, that's literally what Ed does, and he's still his friend. So like he's a spineless bitch. I hope the door doesn't hit him on the way out of the community, but like he doesn't take any real stance. He's a very weak person.
I mean, I don't know. Like he could be friends. I mean, that's the thing. I mean,
Yeah, but
he
there's
could be
principle. It's
he
like
could be
you
friends.
wouldn't
He can be
follow
friends
Ed
with
and be like on his shit.
he can be friends with whoever he wants to be friends with, but then
Yeah, no shit, but
to
like
not
it's
expect the
principle.
backlash. I mean,
Yeah,
I knowingly, like there's some people that aren't so popular right now that I can think of one in particular that I'm friends with, and I know the consequences of people are gonna think how they think regardless, and I
yeah,
take
but
that into consideration. But then it's like he doesn't like he expects people to be okay with like I get certain people aren't going to be okay with me being friends with X person or Y person. I get it, and I'm prepared for that. And I just treat it as it's run of the mill, it's whatever. But he wants people to like be okay with it.
well,
It's
like, do
like
you mind
that's not
saying
how it
what your
works.
situation is of like who you're friends with that like you're saying people would have a
Oh, I'm
problem with
friends
or
with Cam.
whatever?
I'm friends with Cam, and
Okay, so I mean, I'm assuming you have some kind of like principled reason to back it up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, but that's the
definitely.
thing. That's the difference I'm talking about. Is like, yeah, Sam can be friends with whoever he wants, but it's like he's going back on all the things that he's against. It's like he's gonna publicly like say against all these things, but then he's buddied up with someone who does it.
Right. I mean,
That's the
I don't know.
difference.
Right, and I don't know if he's explained away. I'm literally wanting I can't go over there again. I am more concerned with uh I don't know if like I think if the same word and phrase is being repeated 5 times and emphasized, um suddenly Sam and JT are Spanish speakers now. Like Ryan, I can explain to you in the private comments.
Yeah, you could.
Here, I got you. What did that phrase mean? It's it more or less translates to my last name in Spanish. So
Oh, I see.
that's why I'm saying are Sam and JT all of a sudden Spanish speakers now?
Yeah, I guess so. Um,
Oh my
they
god. Yes. You realize
well,
someone
I'm
else is here,
checking
right?
something.
And now that
Well, yeah, I mean,
oh
I
no.
kind of wasn't trying to like have too much people up, honestly, just because. it's volatile of a situation.
Right.
Like yeah, like I'm literally sitting on like a sidewalk to just do this live at a very small time increment. Um, but yeah, but yeah,
So
I mean,
has he said anything? Has he responded, or has he ignored all of the comments? I see people over there asking, whether he wanted to, whether he was soft doxing me or not. Is Jake, because literally I would not be saying this if this morning I had not heard JT say it twice, and I was like, yeah, this guy's eccentric. He puts emphasis on certain words, whatever. But then the same word, oddly enough, is repeated by Sam on Bills 3 times. And when Ahmad calls him out on that, Bill got rid of him.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like all on that side, they're just very petty, and they have no
I don't know what his logic is. I don't know if he thinks that he came out and doxed himself to the world and now he has free reign to just subtly dox or full on dox whoever he wants because now no one has power over him. I'm like, so now you're becoming the very thing that you claim to be so against.
yeah,
I mean, from what they're saying me so far, that comment has been completely ignored.
yeah. I mean, it's to the extent that he can't answer to it.
Right, and so far, I'm saying it's he can't answer. So far, that comment has been ignored so many times.
Yeah, they like it's like for them they actually take like for Bill or like Ed, they actually take power in banning like because they think that that's like a position of strength to ban people that speak against them. So it's like yeah, I mean if you say anything that's counter to their narrative or anything, they're just gonna ban you. Um, you know, Red and Red, what's your thoughts on about revenge porn? That's bad. Um,
What question is where was that asked?
by FM.
It's bad.
Yeah, pretty much cut and dry. That is bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. So like, I'll just be precise with it. So it's they were saying something in particular in Spanish, and that what they were saying in Spanish more or less translates to my last name. And they're putting real heavy emphasis on that phrase. And I couldn't help but notice that JT and Sam were both saying it. Sam was up there every time he talked about doxing, he would always say that. So again, I don't know what his thought process is. I don't know if he thinks that I doxed him somehow. I've went out of my way to hide people that tried doxing him on my on my stream. I don't know what this guy's thought process is. I no idea. Um, and it's not like there's an offhand thing. They made it very very clear when talking about doxing to enunciate that word to make sure people hear that word and phrase. They made no qualms. It wasn't like an offhanded something. It's like all of a sudden these guys are Spanish speakers now. They're fluent in Spanish. Fluent Spanish speakers.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm gonna take part in anything about it, but honestly, if it happens to them, they get ducks or whatever, like they deserve it. They brought it on themselves.
No one deserves it.
I
No
don't
one
have
deserves
any
it.
empathy for them.
Yeah, I get it. I
Honestly, they
get
do.
why
Yeah, they
some
do.
people have no.
In my opinion, they do.
It, Ryan, if you don't deserve it, no one
I'm not gonna
does.
do it. Like I'm not gonna do
I'm
it,
just
but
that's just me. Look, it's happening. I think that it's happening to me right now, and I'm not gonna go out and I mean, he pretty much did it
I'll
himself,
call it
and
normal.
that's part of why I think that I don't know what he thinks. I think, does he think that him announcing himself to the world now gives him free reign to just dox whoever he wants? I'm
Oh,
like, can I chat in here? Yeah, you can, James. And James, you are a real one, man, for trying to call that shit out. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what that guy's thought process was, but again, I would not be saying anything if I didn't hear JT repeat that phrase twice this morning, and then Sam go up here and repeat the exact same thing, all while talking about doxing. So forgive me for, if in the end it turns out that I've read too much into it, then well, forgive me for trying to watch my own back. Um,
yeah, right. Hold on, I gotta go. I gotta go potentially out there or active you for a little while. I don't know. I'll see.
when was JT? It was either it was one of his stream. He had like an hour long one where at the end he said that Constantine's like gay or something. It was like an hour long one where he was reading off of his note cards. That one's gone from his channel, gone. And coincidentally, that was where the docs happened. And then he had another one, but then I'm like, okay, so he deleted it. It was gone. So then that made me think, oh, whatever. But then Sam goes up there and does the exact same thing, and I'm like, it can't be a coincidence. Like, I don't know, man. I no idea. And then everything about those motherfuckers is just so ass backwards, man. Everything about those people is just so ass backwards. Like, seriously, it's just like, Ryan, are you still there? I think Ryan I think Ryan dropped off. I don't know if I'm still here. I'm just trying to check if I am. If the stream didn't completely freeze over. All right, I'm still here. It's all working out. Oh yeah, he dropped out. Oh, he's back. Are you back or no? I'm just trying to check on Ryan, but anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. I just want an explanation. It can't be a coincidence that both of those motherfuckers are repeating the exact same thing over and over again, all while talking about doxing. Um, so so yeah,
Oh,
I don't know what that guy's thought process is at all
am
whatsoever.
I on?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much cut and dry, like as simple as it is. But as long as they're in their safe space, like I thought, like I would just say something. But yeah, that's pretty much my point to make. I kind of been following up with following other stuff in the community, whatever. But also, anyone who announces they're leaving the community, I just think is looking for attention. That's kind of my position because there's no need to give your 2 weeks notice for an internet thing. There's no reason to do that. Like if I ever quote unquote even temporarily leave the community, that'll be an absence of action, an absence of going live, an absence in participating in chat. It doesn't require a notice. So there's a lot of attention seeking going on.
Right, and I don't know. Like I said, I was talking to Cam the other day, and I'm like, I don't know where it's gonna end. Because no idea where it's gonna end because it's getting to the point where you know that's the question I'm asking. What do people want? Um, what do people want to happen? Like, so if people had their way, they'd snap their fingers and just make everyone they don't like disappear. Um, so what do people want? I'm not sure. Did I write a chapter of that book on parenting? No.
I mean, honestly, like as far as like Cam goes, I don't think like Cam's like a bad dude or anything. I just think he kind of does a lot of things that are just not thought through. But that's really about it. I think that's like symptomatic of what it is. I'm just reading respond to comments.
Wait, I completely zoned out. Like, can you repeat it? Can you repeat what you said? Oh, Cam's. Yeah, and I told him from the very beginning. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be, a yes man. I'm gonna like when I think you're in over your head, I'm gonna call you out on it, and I would hope that he appreciates that.
Yeah, I went live originally
What's
because
that?
of Sam, but I went live originally just be kind of like because I'm kind of fed up about hearing about Sam, you know. So
And Sam would have you all believe that he's fed up with all of it.
well, my thing is there's nothing anyone can do to me, honestly. Like I'm like an inch away from doxing my address, like where I live, not where I'm at, but like I don't care. Like I have no like everyone in the community are kids with water guns to me. Like there's nothing anyone can do to me.
Did you figure out how Ed might have gotten a hold of what he doxed about you and your mother?
No. I mean, the thing is, I basically told like friends about it, like anyone else would, because it was something I was going through. But um, yeah, no. But fuck anyone associated with that, and Ed, and fuck Sam too. And that's why they deserve getting docs. Like I think they deserve what they get. Like it's just karma. I'm not gonna participate in it, but if they start getting what they're giving, then you know.
Yeah, I'm not participating in it either. They they yeah, everyone over there is having a laugh. They cry when it happens to them, but then as soon as I call out one of them for doing it, or that I think they're doing it, I could be wrong. Um, and if I'm wrong, hurry up and prove me wrong. Um, because that's quite a bit of emphasis there on a foreign language word that you don't use on a daily basis. Quite a bit of emphasis. Um, so yeah, it's I don't know. It's I you kind of just want to hug these people. Like it's not your fault. You don't know better. but then you realize they do. Um, I don't know, man. Was it the Walking Ed videos? Is that what prompted all that? I mean, no idea, man. For sympathy, and then oh my god, and then they're joking about this girl named Celeste. Um, she was the one. They were all up in a ruckus about how Tommy supports the guy who had her trafficked out. Uh, but then on that call, she was like, "Oh, with all the men she sleeps around with, she couldn't find a rich one." Like, what the? So, so that's the very person you called out for people siding with the guy who apparently trafficked her or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean I kind of want to be clear because basically I did ask about this to him because I was kind of concerned about it too, to be honest. But essentially, the story is that it was kind of before the. It's more of like a matter of like, are you the father kind of situation where it hasn't even been identified in like law that it's really his kid, and that was kind of I guess a process that needed to happen when he got out, and he had difficulties with that, but it hasn't even necessarily been identified that it's his kid, but he has good reason to believe it is, but it's kind of more of that situation. But he never like signed anything away because I did ask about that.
Right. Not even. I want to hear. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna unmute this. Oh, they're still going. Um, but I don't know. I just wanted to call that out. uh, yeah, it's these people are weird. These people are ass backwards, like ass backwards. Um, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. I think I'm gonna end it here, but yeah, just speaking on some shit.
All right, I'm out.
All right, bye.